Once upon a time, self-care meant going for a walk, talking to a friend, or taking a nap. Simple, free, and effective. Now, it means buying a $70 candle that smells like healing, a $200 crystal, and a monthly app subscription that reminds you to breathe. Something you've been doing automatically since birth. Somewhere between yoga mats and mushroom coffee, the pursuit of happiness transformed into a marketplace. And the weird part, we all bought in, literally. Welcome to the happiness industry, the $5 trillion market that focuses on keeping you healed, but not fully. Let me show you how wellness stopped being about health and more about sales. Welcome to the series that helps you get 1% smarter with every video. Let's go. The global wellness market is worth $5.6 trillion, projected to hit $8.5 trillion by 2027, according to the Global Wellness Institute. That's bigger than the entire pharmaceutical industry, almost half of the US GDP. How did feeling okay become a multi-trillion-dollar industry? Well, let me tell you. In the early 2000s, mental health went mainstream. Therapy got destigmatized, meditation apps went viral, and corporations noted something crucial. People just weren't interested in wellness. They were desperate for it, burnt out, anxious, overwhelmed, and willing to pay almost anything for relief. Cue the explosion for wellness startups backed by venture capital. Self-care marketing that reframes basic human needs as luxury indulgences. Suddenly, what used to be free, breathing, stretching, sleeping, became branded experiences with price tags. The wellness industry didn't create these practices, but it did commodify them. It took what was universal and made it exclusive. It took what was free and made it expensive. And let me tell you about the most ironic scam happening in plain sight: corporate wellness programs. Here's how it works. Your company creates a toxic work environment. They normalize 60-hour work weeks. They expect you to answer emails at 11 p.m. They pile on unrealistic deadlines and eliminate any boundary between your work life and personal life. Then, after systematically burning you out, they offer you a mindfulness workshop to manage stress better. That's like setting your house on fire and handing you a lavender candle to deal with it. According to Gallup's 2024 Global Workplace Report, 44% of workers worldwide say they experience daily stress at work, the highest rate recorded in history. Nearly half of all workers globally wake up every day knowing they'll be stressed. This isn't an individual problem, this is a systematic crisis. But instead of fixing the culture, the overwork, the job insecurity, the always on email expectations, companies rebrand stress management as an employee benefit. Let me show you a real world example. Take Calm, the meditation app worth over $2 billion. They partner with major corporations like American Airlines, LinkedIn, and JP Morgan Chase to offer their app as a wellness benefit. Sounds nice, right? Except American Airlines flight attendants are simultaneously fighting for better working conditions and living wages. LinkedIn employees report toxic productivity culture, and JP Morgan is notorious for junior banker burnout. So these companies pay Calm to help employees manage stress. Stress that the company itself is creating through impossible workloads and unrealistic expectations. Calm gets paid and the company gets good PR. But you get an app notification telling you to remember to breathe while in your work nothing changes. And here's the sinister part. This isn't compassion. It's cost efficiency dressed up as wellness. Now let's talk about a psychological trick that's been played on your wallet. Consumer researchers at the University of British Columbia found that shopping temporarily boosts happiness through dopamine release, the same neurochemical reward your brain gets from junk food or scrolling social media. Your brain gets a hit, you feel good for a moment, then it fades, leaving you wanting more. This is where the wellness industry's real genius reveals itself. When brands tell you you deserve this, your brain, wired for survival and always hungry for rewards, literally agrees. It bypasses your rational mind entirely. This isn't just marketing, it's emotional manipulation dressed as empowerment. Retail therapy gets rebranded as self-care. Buying overpriced bath bombs becomes setting boundaries. Purchasing another jade roller you'll never use becomes investing in yourself. Think about how this literally shows up everywhere. Instagram ads that say you've been working so hard, treat yourself. Emails with the subject lines like self-care isn't selfish. Influencers doing unboxing videos where every product is framed as an act of self-love. And not to pick on a specific company, but no one does it better than Goop. They'll sell you a $75 jade egg to put in between your legs for hormonal balance, despite zero scientific evidence and actual warnings from gynecologists. No joke, they've sold candles for $90 that smell like your vagina. But it's all wrapped in a language of empowerment and self-care. You're not being scammed, you're investing yourself by being able to smell the odor of vagina in your living room. And I'll be honest, I fell for this too. 1 month, I almost spent $300 on supplements because Instagram told me to. I swear I was one mushroom herb spice away from being unstoppable. But in reality, all I had was expensive piss and smelly farts. Anyway, here's a beautiful part of the system. From a business perspective, the high fades fast. The bath bomb dissolves, the candle burns down, the jade egg sits there doing nothing. The dopamine hit is temporary by design, which is absolutely perfect for capitalism, because if happiness lasted, if that purchase actually fulfilled you in a meaningful way, you'd stop spending. The industry would collapse. So instead, they've engineered a treadmill, the happiness treadmill. You buy something, feel better briefly, crash, then buy something else to recreate that feeling. The wellness industry has essentially gamified your emotional vulnerability and turned it into a subscription model for temporary relief. So, now you may be wondering, what does genuine well-being actually look like? Here's the truth. It's boring, it's free, and it doesn't photograph well. Real wellness looks like sleep. Probably the most powerful health intervention available. Costs nothing, can't be monetized at scale. Second, movement. Not $200 a month boutique fitness classes, but just regular movement. Walking, dancing in your kitchen, playing with your kids or your dog. Third, community. Actual human connection. Phone calls with friends, family dinners, neighbors who know your name, belonging to something larger than yourself. And finally, purpose. Having reasons to get up in the morning that aren't related to consuming or producing. Harvard ran an 85-year study on happiness, followed thousands of people their entire lives. Want to know what they found? Relationships. That's it. Not supplements, not meditation apps, not morning routines. Just human connection, love, being known, being valued for who you are, not what you produce or consume. And here's why the wellness industry will never tell you this. You can't monetize human connection at scale. You can't bottle love. You can't put belonging in a subscription box. These things require time, vulnerability, and commitment, none of which generate recurring revenue. So, here's something that you can actually do tonight. Instead of laying in bed and doom scrolling on TikTok or YouTube shorts, unless you're watching my shorts that is, call someone that means something to you. Just have a little 2-minute conversation. Instead of buying another self-care product, protect one work evening from emails. Turn your phone off, read, cook, sit in silence, because that's known to boost creativity, which you can check out in one of my latest videos. Instead of optimizing yourself, just be yourself with other people in person. Join something, a book club, a running group, a volunteer organization. These things won't fix everything. They won't cure clinical depression or solve systematic inequality, but they're real. They're free and they actually work. The wellness industry doesn't want you to know that the most powerful interventions for your well-being can't be purchased. Because once you realize the exits to this maze don't require a purchase, that contentment can't be consumed, that inner peace comes from what you stop doing rather than what you start buying. That's when you become dangerous to the entire business model. Maybe happiness was never meant to be optimized or hacked. Maybe it was always meant to be something simpler, something noticed rather than achieved. Maybe real self-care isn't about buying time for yourself, but about protecting time from being bought in the first place. So, the next time you're gonna buy that $70 candle, that jade egg, that subscription to that meditation app, ask yourself, am I buying inner peace or just lighting money on fire? If this made you rethink your wellness routine, subscribe and hit that like button. And here's a challenge. Before you buy your next wellness product, try the free version first. Sleep, go for a walk, talk to a friend. See if capitalism was lying to you all along. And until next time, peace.